some questions I think that people are common for when somebody goes viral for a lot of people or has a career as an influencer.
Mhm.
Number one, you mentioned you have like a content strategy manager or something, right?
Yeah, a growth strategist. So
Right.
I
So
essentially,
at what point in your growth did you reach out and try to build a team to help you?
well, that wasn't actually. It's actually someone that TikTok provided.
Oh, really?
So they have a team of like for their creators. They have a whole creator team, and so once you're invited to the creator program, once your content starts getting recognized or noticed, they invite you to the creator program, and so this person will invite you, and they'll help you connect with brands from time to time, invite you to events, and because they sent a couple of TikTokers to the Grammys and to the Emmys. They send them to these events and things like that, and that's kind of who does that. And that's how I got invited to LA was with my growth strategist noticing my content, um, and because it was an event for Black creators, and so that was great. It was a good bridge. But yeah, so TikTok provided them. I don't know. I have a weird thing about wanting to do a team. I love doing everything myself, but it's very difficult, especially doing this whole merch thing. I'm realizing it's very tough to do everything yourself. But
Yeah. I think that's just an interesting thing. I didn't know that TikTok actually provided you, and that was my next question was how far along into your growth did TikTok first reach out to you?
well, it was. I think for me, honestly, it was a month, which doesn't happen very often. Well, maybe I don't. Nowadays, people blow up so fast, but for me, it was a month, and that was really crazy. It was like I remember I was in the shower, scrolling through TikTok because I was addicted. I was literally in the shower on TikTok, and I got a phone call, and I answered it in the shower. I turned the water off because I didn't know who it was, and because I just for some reason I just felt like I needed to answer it, and yeah, and so she told me what it was and invited me to the thing, and it was like, oh, cool, yeah.
That's super interesting. I
Mhm.
don't know. I feel like there's so many questions I've had about influencers because it's such a foreign job to people over a certain age. And when you're
Right.
asked
Yeah.
questions, like when your parents, aunts, uncles, grandparents, whatever, ask
Mhm.
questions about like, well, how are people making money and stuff? You're just like brand deals, and they're like, what do you mean? What does that mean? And like, I
Right.
feel like there's such a misconception in
Yeah.
in just that world. And I was actually asked by a friend of mine the other day if you could start any business, like what would you start? And my first answer was I would work with influencers, and
Mhm.
it's
It's
such
so
a
powerful.
powerful thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to them, that answer was foreign. It was like, you wouldn't start a business or like selling something. And I was like, I don't
Mhm.
know. Like, I feel like,
I mean, you have to think it's the most direct form of advertising.
yeah.
A billboard is a shot in the dark. You don't know who's driving by that thing, but
And you
you,
don't trust
you
the
can
billboard. You trust a person that you,
absolutely like I can't tell you how many times I've actually probably like four. I bought something because of someone I watch told me to buy it or said that they use it. It's and I'm not a person to spend money like that, and so it's like it's super powerful to do that. I mean, and you just like for me even like I never thought that anyone would trust anything I say like that or buy something because I said so, but it does happen. It's just really crazy how it works.
have you been asked to promote something that you don't believe in and you don't want to kind of sell to your audience?
Yeah, there's been some. It's mainly music. There's a lot of people who want music promotion on TikTok, which I understand because if a song blows up on TikTok, it blows up. My
Right.
friend Michael, his name is Nice Michael. He's a really big component on how Old Town Road blew up because it got big on TikTok. He found Lil Nas on SoundCloud and like reached out to him, and so like music is really big, and people will try and pitch me these their songs which have a lot of bad words in them and it doesn't fit with my vibe whatsoever. And I'm like, I mean, I really appreciate your hustle, like 100%. But for me, my content wouldn't do well for you. I
Right.
don't, I don't listen to that music. There's a good chance my followers don't listen to that music, so it's not going to benefit anybody.
It would just feel inauthentic. Yeah.
Yeah, and there are some things I did a brand deal recently where I was promoting a video editing software for your phone, and at first I was like that doesn't I use Premiere, to edit all my videos. I use Premiere, but this was an app that was. But I started thinking that I get a lot of comments of people asking how I edit my TikToks because I you can't do what I do on TikTok, and so I was like, well, let me actually think about this. I can help my audience with this, and you know so I took the brand deal, and a lot of people were like, "Wow, this is really helpful. I've been wanting to make videos like yours, or videos in general, and now I have a way to do it because not everyone has access to a computer with Premiere Pro. It's expensive, so
$1 a month
um,
software. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's tough. So yeah,
That's
um,
cool. Yeah. I
yeah.
watched that video and I was wondering, I was actually thinking in the back of my head, like, is this how he actually edits? Because
I mean, it's not how I do it, but I figured, and now if I'm ever without my computer, I know that I can do
yeah,
it, and so I'll be using that app. And so, there are points where I'm like, maybe I shouldn't do it. There's a brand that I'm kind of in talks with that does. I don't know if you've heard of Zoom University,
yeah,
but it's like, yeah, they reached out, and I want to help them, and I do. I think there's a lot that I can do with them. Right now, I just can't really take on any brand deals because there's so much happening. But the I'm trying to think of the best way that my audience could connect with theirs, because theirs is very like college kids and like partying and dating and things like that. Mine's not necessarily like that. I have a very young audience, and
yeah.
so I don't want to.
And if they don't have a cat for your cat.
Exactly, and I had an idea where I brought in another cat creator, and we go on a double date on the app. So
That's awesome.
I'm trying to incorporate it, but I also want to make sure that it's a benefit for both of them because they're spending a lot of money, and I don't want anyone to waste money. Like that's
Exactly. Yeah.
so.
I think you're going about it in the right way because I've seen some creators that and people that I liked, and they try to sell you something that they know isn't the best or
Yeah,
inauthentic, and I really appreciate when somebody that you trust online keeps your trust like that.
yeah, and that's the best way to progress. David Dobrik he does one post for $100,000, right? So it's like he couldn't have gotten to that point if he just started throwing out every ad he could, because he wouldn't have built that trust.
Right.
It's so valuable to say no. Like it's very valuable to say no. And if I ever have to say, like, there was a point where I had to take one because I was like running, I was broke, and so I had to take a brand deal. Luckily, that led to a lot of other opportunities, so it was great. But um, it didn't really, align with my content, but it saved my life, and but my audience will understand that.
Yeah.
And even if they don't, like, it is a business. I need to live, and
Right.
so of course, there's value to saying no, but there's also value to saying yes. So it depends. Really.
Yeah, it's kind of a long-term, short-term thing.
Oh,
Because
for sure.
short-term, you could take 100 brand deals in a row and nobody's gonna watch you anymore. Or long-term, you
Right.
could,
Exactly.
and then you get a bigger one next time. So
For sure.
yeah, it's interesting.
Mhm.
Awesome. I had another question. I don't remember it, but this was fun, and I'm glad that
Yeah.
we
It was
talked. 'Cause
great.
I feel like again, there's just so many misconceptions with influencers, and especially having you know been in the same college as you, and like we
Uh,
were friends and we hung out. You were there for my girlfriend's birthday and everything, and then to
yeah,
watch what's happening to you, it's awesome, and
that's great. Yeah.
I'm proud of you, man.
I appreciate it. Yeah, a lot of people have been seeing my stuff, and I'll get texts and like, "Why are you like on my For You page?" And like, it's just like, I don't know, it's cool, and it's good. I was surprised that there was. Well, and I don't know what people say, behind my back, and I don't care about that. But I'm surprised about the amount of support that I'm getting from like people that I know about TikTok. And because I know people have their thoughts about it, but it's I hear people get big and get popular, and then people hate on them. I have experienced very little to no hate from people that I know.
Yeah,
Now that's been really, really great.
yeah, that's awesome.